Hello everyone, welcome back to the another lecture. So my name is Ashish and in this lecture we are going to talk about phased lock loop, that is a PLL. Okay, so in this lecture we will deep dive into the basics of PLL, like what is PLL, how it work and all everything we will see. And in some upcoming classes we will look how PLL can be used in the MATLAB simulation, how we can use it and all. Okay, and maybe one more video I'm going to make, that is the how we can design the PLL. Okay, so in 2 to 3 lectures we will understand the phase lock loop in detail. Okay, so on your screen you are seeing some block diagram, that is a typical block diagram of the phase lock loop. Okay, so you don't have to look as of now, we will see the same block diagram in the upcoming slides. Okay, so let's get started with this lecture. So phased lock loop. Okay, we will start with some basics. Okay, to try to understand from first two slide, try to understand some theory. Okay, and then once the theory is covered we will come to the block diagram. So what is written down, I will just read it out for you and try to just understand. Okay, so the phased lock loop is an electronic circuit that synchronizes the phase of the output signal with the phase of the input reference signal. Okay, so after reading this line, what I am come to know that, okay sir, we are going to provide some reference input signal and I want my output signal same like the reference input signal, and its phase should be synchronized. Synchronization meaning it should be in the same phase. Okay, it is widely used in the communication system, signal processing and control system. Okay, so these are the various applications are there in power electronics. Also we will use in power system. Also the phase lock loop is this block we will generally used. Okay, the main goal of the PLL is to synchronize the output oscillator signal with the reference signal. Okay, so we are going to provide some reference signal and we want our output signal just like the same as the reference signal. It should be in synchronism. Okay, even if the two signal have the same frequencies. Okay, so maybe you have heard that sir, phase lock loop will synchronize the frequency, so it will make the system input frequency, system frequency and the basically reference frequency same. Okay, so frequency is also there, but even if the two signal have the same frequency, their peak and trust may not occur in the same place. Okay, that may be the case, simply they do not reach the same point on the waveform at the same time. So you can see this waveform on your screen, like look, so there is a phase basically lagging or leading is there. So what is that concept? Okay, so there is a one waveform and there is another waveform, so there is some difference, so that difference is called as a phase difference. So what this phase lock loop will do, it will try to reduce this phase difference and it will make the phase difference as zero. And if the phase difference between them is zero, then automatically the frequency of the both the signal will also be the same. So in this way, phase lock loop, what it will do, it will synchronize my two signal, reference signal and the output signal, and it will make the phase difference zero. In the same time it will make the frequency also equal. That is why it will use to have a constant frequency. Okay, so now again few more theory points are written down, like the PLL, what it will do, it will reduce the error between the output and input frequencies. Okay, when the phase difference between the two signal is zero, then the system is said to be locked. Okay, so when the phase difference between when the both the waveforms are input and output waveforms are same, then they are locked. Okay, the phase difference between them is zero, that is why they are locked, and the locking action depend on the PLL's ability to provide the negative feedback. Okay, so what is this negative feedback and all we will see. Okay, in the block diagram and in the working principle. So in addition to the synchronizing the output and the input frequencies, a PLL also help to establish the input output phase relationship to generate the appropriate control voltage. So what is the control voltage and all we will see. Therefore it helps to achieve both frequency and phase lock in the circuit. So from this particular two slide you have understood that, okay sir, phase lock loop is used for frequency and phase error to make zero. Okay, so it will make the frequency constant, it will make the phase difference basically zero, and in this way I am going to get my output waveform. So this is what basic things are there about the PLL. Now what is the block diagram of the PLL, what are the different components which are there in the PLL, how it is, okay, so that we should know. So you can see this particular block diagram of the PLL. So what the different components available, so some reference signal I am going to give. So what is my reference signal, so I want to make the frequency as same as the my output frequency, so I am going to give one frequency as my reference signal, and I am going to give my some basically input signal which is reference input signal. So these two things I am going to give as a reference signal. Now where it is going, it is going to the phase detector. So what it will do, the phase detector will detect its phases, okay, then this phase detector will pass it through the low pass filter, and the output of the low, what it will low pass filter will do, it is a loop filter. A loop filter is basically low pass filter. So what this loop filter will do, so a loop filter will filter out some higher basically frequencies, and it is going to the voltage control oscillator. So it is very important thing. So VCO, we call it as a VCO, voltage control oscillator. So what this voltage control oscillator will do, it will provide, after the loop filter, it will provide the corresponding output voltage, okay, corresponding output voltage and output frequency, which is my output. And what other thing it will do, it will give the error signal as well, okay, it will provide some feedback signal to the phase detector, like I am going to give the reference signal here, and another signal with some frequency and voltage is coming from this voltage control oscillator. Both are coming here as an input to the my phase detector. Phase detector will detect the difference, phase difference between these two, and pass it to the low pass filter, and again it will go into the voltage control oscillator, okay, and voltage control oscillator will give the my required output. So different component I have talked to you, that is the phase detector is there, loop filter is there, and loop filter is generally the low pass filter, okay, because I don't want high frequency noises in my system. Then voltage control oscillator, VCO, feedback path, okay. So what is this phase detector, you should know what is phase detector. So phase detector is basically a comparator, okay, basically why, because I have my reference input signal and my another signal from voltage control oscillator, so I need something here to compare, okay, so there is a comparator. So there are a very in-depth study about the phase detector also. Basically it can be made through the analog, also in the digital form, okay. So if I am going to make it through the analog form, so it is a kind of the op-amp based comparator, okay, and there are a digital phase detector also. So that thing we will see in some another video, where we will see the design aspect of the phase lock loop, okay. But as of now you should understand that what is the different components are there in the PLL, okay. Now next few theories written down for your convenience, like if you wanted to read it out, you can read it out. So the same thing I have explained you, what is phase detector, it will compare the phase of the input signal with the phase of the output signal, and what it will do, it will generate some error signal proportional to the phase difference, and this error I need to basically minimize and make it zero, okay, so that my input reference signal and output both are in synchronism. Then the loop filter is there. What it will, loop filter will do, it will filter out the error signal from phase detector, okay, whatever the error is generated by the phase detector, that is filter out, okay, that will be minimized by this loop filter, and it will determine the dynamic of the performance of the PLL. Then voltage control oscillator is there. What it will do, it generates a periodic output signal whose frequency is controlled by the input voltage, okay. So what it will do, it will generate a periodic output signal whose frequency is controlled by the input voltage. It will adjust the output signal phase and frequency based on the filter error signal, okay. So it will adjust phase as well as the frequency, and it will give the corresponding output, okay, and the same signal is used for the feedback as well, okay. Then feedback path is there, that is a negative feedback is there, okay. So working of the PLL, so same thing I have redrawn in the some other way, okay. So I have told you the working as well, so we will understand working one more time, okay. So I had told you that we have input signal, like we have some reference input signal VI, FI, what frequency I want, 50 Hz, 60 Hz, that I will going to give, and why, what is the nature of my input voltage, that I am going to give to the my phase detector, okay. Then there is some feedback path is there. So from the feedback path, some F0 and V0 will become, that is my output frequency and output signal, okay, that I am going to give. And this phase detector, I told you that this is a kind of comparator, and it will compare my input and this feedback path, and it will generate some error. So some error voltage it will generate, and Fi plus minus F naught it will give. Okay, either plus or minus depend on the what is my feedback signal. Then this error is passed to the low pass filter, and this error is try to be minimized. Okay, so as much as it will minimize. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, based on how fast my feedback loop is, and after passing it through my low pass filter, it is going to the VCO, voltage control oscillator. Okay, and it will generate some sinusoidal reference signal corresponding to what my output is required, and that I will get as my output, and the same signal is going as a feedback. Okay, and try to minimize the error, and my output and input after some particular cycles, my output and input are locked with each other, and the frequency and phase difference between them is 0. Okay, so in this way the PLL works. So next thing is basically the working principle. Same thing, whatever I have explained, the same thing is written down here. You can just read it out. Okay, I have keep the things in the theory format. Just if you wanted to write down the answer in some exam, so you can write it down, you can take the screenshot and you can answer. Okay, so for that reason I will just keep the text. Otherwise I am explaining the things through the block diagram only, so you can take the screenshot and you can just read it out. Okay, so same thing I have explained. Now the application of the PLL, what are the different application fields where the PLL are required? So mostly communication signal and signal processing, these are the two very well known thing where the PLL is mostly used. In our power electronics and power system, also in grid synchronization, inverter, control of motor drives, there also this PLL is used. And in timing circuits also the PLL has very good application. Okay, so as a power electronics engineer, we will see in MATLAB that how we can incorporate the PLL block and how we can use it for the basically grid synchronization of the inverter and all. We will do some MATLAB simulation in the next class. Okay, so the next on the PLL, I told you that we will use the PLL in the MATLAB simulation, so that you can understand that how the PLL block is there in the MATLAB, how we can use it, and basically you will understand few more things about the PLL block. Also there is one application note about the design fundamental of the phase lock loop, where the analog design as well as the digital design of the PLL is explained. So I will come up with that particular application note as well. Okay, so where there we will try to understand how basically the fundamentally PLL is designed. Okay, we know the block diagram, but how actually we can design it. Okay, what value if I want the comparator, so how I can make the comparator and all. So that thing we will understand. Okay, in the next class, in the third class. Okay, so phase lock loop design fundamental. So with this I will conclude this lecture. This is just an introduction lecture to the PLL. I hope so you understood what is the PLL and what is the block diagram of the PLL. And in future if somebody asks you to draw the block diagram and ask you to explain the working of the PLL, you can easily answer. Okay, and I hope so you understood everything. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next lecture.